This video introduces you to the third company that we'll be using throughout our text, the Alexamara Marina background. We'll be using this for our case studies and our homework assignments. The first thing that you need to do is locate the data set. You can either log into the Cengage Brain website and download the student companion materials from there, or I've already downloaded this data set and placed it into the document sharing area of the course for you. As you go through the various chapters and exercises, whenever you need this data set, you'll want to make sure that you carefully read the instructions for the exercise in order to determine if you should start with the original data set or if you should continue with the modified data set that you may have created from an earlier example. When you first open the data set in Access to take a look at it, you're going to see a security warning toward the top. It's going to be directly underneath your ruler. Basically, you'll need to enable content in some of the earlier versions that may be across the middle of your screen rather than under the ruler, but either way you're going to need to enable content. This data set that the author has provided simply has 5 tables in it. The first table is the Marina table. It only has 2 records in it. When we take a look at the design, you can see that the primary key is the Marina number, and that is a numeric field. All the other fields in the table are text fields. The Marina slip has 11 records in it, and when I take a look at the design of that table, I can see that the slip ID is the primary key. It is a number field. I have number, text, and currency data types in this table. The third table is the owner table, starting with 10 records. When I take a look at the design, I can see that the primary key is the owner number. That is a text field, and all fields in this table are text fields. The fourth table is a service category table. It's starting with 8 records, and when I take a look at the design, I can see just 2 fields in here. The category number is a numeric field. That is the primary key, and a category description. And finally, the last table is the service request table. This has 15 fields in it. Looks like the author's done some formatting to the table design that you don't see that very often in at least in the databases I work in. No matter how big the tables, I wouldn't take the time to alternate every other row or to widen the rows like this. But when we take a look at the design, we see that the service ID, which is a number field, is set as the primary key, and it looks like our fields are numeric, text, and one is a date and time field. Let's go ahead and close those tables and take a look at the relationships. So I'm going to go to the Database Tools ribbon, Relationships. Here's my 5 tables. One Marina has many slips. One slip has many service requests. One service category could be on many service requests. So in other words, somebody may be asking for 2 things at the same time. One owner could have multiple slips. So one-to-many relationships throughout this example. And that is the data set you begin with for the Alexamara Marina.